It seems like every brand decided to drop all their sneaker releases on Friday for some reason, but let's get into it. Yo, welcome to week 11 of my weekly release calendar. My name is Ben, and if you're new here, I cover all the sneaker releases of the week, compile everything that's important, and I put it onto this Google Doc that you can access in the video description. Now let's get into it. As I said, there's so much happening on Friday, but we see a return of Yeezys officially. So we actually had a ton of Yeezys drop this week, starting off with the 500s. And you know what's weird? A lot of these Yeezys aren't selling out. And actually, maybe that's not that weird. There seems to be a ton of inventory. And of course, with Kanye saying that these are considered fake Yeezys, I don't know how the general public is viewing Yeezys nowadays, but it seems like a lot of Yeezys aren't selling out. So we have the 500. This is the Stone colorway, Stone Salt. Very clean. It looks like that blush colorway, that OG 500. If you know, you know. But the increased price of 210 maybe is that $10 difference compared to 200 is swaying people a certain way. These dropped in a full family size run. We also had 350 V2s. Now I feel like 350 V2s have run its course. These are no longer relevant, and I don't foresee people really, buying new pairs. People probably still have a ton of pairs from 3-4 years back. But even here, look, it looks like Adidas didn't even have a full size run. It only went up to a size 10, which isn't normal. And these certain sizes sold out, but not every size sold out. This Flax colorway is a colorway that dropped, I believe, in 2022. So this is technically considered a restock. Now moving on. So in my opinion, this dropped on Monday and actually dropped a week prior, but this is my favorite release of the week. This is a Kith New Balance 1906R. It's a mouthful, but that white and light blue color is just great. I actually was able to hit on a pair through the raffle, so I will have a review for you guys soon. But I'm excited to get this pair in. This is my favorite release of the week. Kith has been doing a lot of great stuff as of late, I've noticed. And I've always been a huge Kith Ronnie Fi guy, so there is some bias there. Moving on, I highlighted these two shoes on Wednesday, March 13th, the Awake NY Airship. Now, the problem with the Airship is, does anyone really care about the Airship? Is Nike trying too hard to push this silhouette? Because I feel like this hasn't really caught on as a shoe people wear instead of like the Air Jordan 1. I feel like the Air Jordan 1 is essentially this shoe, right? This is Michael Jordan's true, band shoe that he wore. But one gripe about this collaboration is I hate this yellowed midsole. I'm blanking. Oh no, Aimé did. They've done a bunch of collabs on this Airship, and they had this like yellowed midsole, but it's all different from pair to pair. And the pairs I had in the past were so yellow and disgusting. Just not a big fan of that detail. But 150, I think that's a normal retail price for an Airship. Materials actually don't look too bad on this pair. It's just that yellowed midsole. Typically, I like the yellow midsole, but not when it's so overly dramatic or overly done on this pair. But, speaking of Airship, they basically took a classic Nike or Jordan brand colorway, but they took a classic Jordan 1 high rust pink colorway that's a grail, put it on this shoe, did not sell out, unfortunately. Moving on, Futura. So people are thinking Futura doesn't miss with their collaborations with Nike, but their collaborations with Crocs definitely is a little weird. Definitely when I think of Futura, I'm thinking of aliens. This is exactly what this is. These are some alien Crocs. If I were to choose a colorway, definitely this white one because it's a lot more easy to wear, but this is something I would definitely avoid. Just definitely not my style. Don't know who they're trying to sell this pair to. Moving on to Friday, Yeezys. As I said, a bunch of Yeezys this week. We have the MX Granite. These did not sell out on release day, so they're still available if you still want a pair. But I'm glad, the people that weren't able to get foam runners back 2 years ago, they're readily available now. So you could try a pair. Definitely size up if you do decide to get a pair. Retails at $90, which is really cheap. There's no resale at this point. And this Yeezy slide, we had leaks of this shoe. I posted a video of this colorway being leaked maybe half a year to a year ago. Finally releasing, did not sell out, but from my video I dropped a few months back, it's getting a lot of views now. And I like this colorway a lot. So I think it doesn't look as green in person, but it's just a good shade of that off-white gray slate. So $70, super cheap, still available as of the time of recording, which is Saturday. God, a bunch of releases. See, we have all these basketball releases that if you're into basketball, feel free to click into the document. But ALD, Amanlir Dior, Kevin, sometimes I can't pronounce it. ALD, this collaboration right here with the 800 or the 860 V2s, this actually dropped. Let me see. This dropped a while back, right? These originally released as a pre-order last year. And for some reason on the 15th, they decided to drop the remaining pair. So I'm thinking what happened was people probably pre-ordered, or maybe they pre-ordered, then canceled their order. So they just had a bunch of inventory left. Because when you went to the website, or when you went to the ALD website, there actually wasn't many pairs. And it's only very select sizes. So yeah, it's an interesting business model. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the whole pre-order, sneaker model where you pay ahead of time and maybe in 6 months you'll get the shoe? I know Kith and ALD are the two people that really do this sort of release. But yeah, I just want to call this out. This is a pre-order. Now this is technically the official release, but not every size was available. Moving on, we're on we're on Saturday, which is today. And as I said in the past video, sorry guys, it's just been a little busy, but I will be trying to post this video a lot sooner in the week so we can kind of talk about these releases before they happen. But on Saturday, we have the Air Jordan 3 Green Glow, now dropping in a full family size run. Of course, they're not going to sell out, but this is a clean colorway. This is just your classic Jordan 3 black cement, just with the mint or green glow hints in the eye stay and in the insole and the Jumpman. But I think 200 is a little too much, right? It's not OG, but it's clean. I feel like the quality is just like your normal GR Jordan quality, so nothing too special. But if these hit like $120, I think that might be an easy cop. I think it's just at 200 plus tax, depending on where you are. It's a little too expensive. But definitely if you have like a family, this is a cute shoe to have, for your entire family to have, husband, wife, kids all have the same shoe. Clean colorway, and I think maybe they're doing this right before Easter. That might be the reason why they dropped the colorway like this. But 200 is quite a lot. Now, last shoe right here, not going to talk too much about it. This is the Beams. Beams is a shop out in Japan. They've been around for a long time. And this color scheme of this interchange blue shades, they did this on a Dunk Low back in the early 2000s. So I just want to call it out because I think this is what Beams does, with a lot of the collaborations they've done in the past. So I think these only dropped in Japan, but this is just a classic Beams thing happening with the Dunk Low. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I have for this week. Feel free to check out this stock that I have prepared to see what else is releasing this week. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys next week.